Hey guys, Dr. Decks here. Today I want to talk about 5 of our most used tools. These are the tools that we use every day. We grind on them 365 days a year. And in the rain, snow, sleet, mud, sand, whatever, wind, these things keep rocking for us. If you get something out of this video, please click that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. And I really appreciate you following along. So I'm gonna get right into it. I'm leaning on probably our powerhouse tool. The one tool I use more than anything else is this 12-inch DeWalt CHOPSAW. This is a flex volt saw. It can run cordless on 2 9 or 12 amp hour batteries, and it'll run almost all day on a full charge. This thing actually cuts amazing, cordless or corded. There's a power adapter so you can plug it into the wall, plug it into your junction box or whatever. This is probably our most used tool, and it becomes very efficient because we're using it in conjunction with this called a CUTHUB, this cut station that we use all the time. We set it up. Right now it's not set up to its full capacity because we had some issues with space to start the project. Now that we're gonna be into more finish work, we're gonna set up a second chop saw on our CUTHUB. But what this cut station allows us to do is set up 2 separate chop saws, one for framing, one for finish, and then also a table saw at the very end. So this is our #1 most used. This thing gets action all day long, every day. We use varying chop saw hoods to catch all the sawdust and to keep the tool dry, mostly the motor. We had some issues with our last saw because this switch was getting wet. So now we have this so it kind of sits over it a little bit and keeps it a little bit drier. So definitely the chop saw. So then the next thing, like I was saying before, is the CUTHUB cut station. Really implements the chop saw, but I count it as a separate tool because it does so much more than just work as a chop saw stand. There's these outfeed tables where you can actually put your cut blocks on and store things. You can actually work off of these. You can sit on them and have lunch if the ground's not too soft. And we have 3 of those, and they're easily removable. We had one on here. We were using a material stop for a while, which is right here. This is a really cool feature of the CUTHUB. There's built-in rulers, so you're not using your tape measure. If I need to cut a bunch at 39 inches and our saw is zeroed out, I can just put that on 39, lock that down, and then boom, 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 repetitive cuts. This has increased our productivity 15 to 20%. I really like this product. I wouldn't hesitate to buy one if I was looking for a new chop saw stand. They are expensive, but you gotta look at what type of material. It rains in Washington constantly, and we've had this for over a year. It's all aluminum. It doesn't rust. It handles the weather very well. So CUTHUB is a really great product. You can check them out at cut.hub on Instagram. I think they have a page here on YouTube as well. Just search for CUTHUB. And while I got you on the CUTHUB, we did do a review on this chop saw cut station before. And we've also done some interviews with the owner, so go back in our feed and check those out. All right, the next thing I want to show you guys, something we use quite a bit, not as often as a chop saw, but it helps us cut really straight lines, is this TRACKSAW made by DeWalt. This one's cordless. It's on the flex volt system as well, so we either run a 9 or a 12 amp hour battery in this as well. And I just cut 120 feet of straight line with this 9-foot track and this saw. And basically you just set it in the track, you line up your line to your snap line or your cut line or marks or whatever it is, and then you just push this tab forward, and that allows you to sink the blade, and then you just pull the trigger. So a very efficient tool. I have a lot less sanding and working of the materials when I'm cutting straight lines. I really like this TRACKSAW by DeWalt. You can check them out at dewalt.com. I think they're DeWalt Tough online or on Instagram, or that's their handle, at DeWalt Tough. I use this saw every time I make a straight cut on a deck. I don't care if it's 2 feet. I have a 5-foot track and a 9-foot track. If it's 2 feet, if it's 3 boards, I'll still use it because I just can't get as straight a line as I can with this TRACKSAW. So I really like this. I like this brand. It works really well. All right, the next 2 things I want to talk about, I'm actually wearing. One of them is the Diamondback tool belt system. It's completely modular, so if there's something that you want or don't want on this tool belt, Diamondback, you can actually, lost a little bit of sawdust. Sorry, cameraman. So they have clips, so you can actually add and remove different pockets to some. They have like the main component, and then they have add-ons. So you can, and I like a suspension rig. When I'm wearing a lot of tools, you know, they have a hammer slide. I don't, this isn't really a loop. It's like I don't even know what you call this, but it slides in and keeps your hammer, and it keeps it from banging on your hip all day long, which I found really annoying with a hammer loop. It'll sit there and just smack you all the time. This thing just kind of tucks it up near your leg, but it doesn't hit you. So I have everything I need. I keep a couple squares handy. Got the Martinez and a generic or whatever. Different tools, fasteners. I have like 3 different types of fasteners, all my shims, composite shims. I have a bit holder over here that holds all my bits. And my tape measure goes here usually, like that, or you can put it in as a pocket, but I found that takes just a little bit longer to find that. If I just go like this, my other tape goes on pretty well. So give Diamondback a follow and give them a look too. I know they have a YouTube channel and an Instagram page. Diamondback makes really high quality suspension rigs. And they also have a smaller belt that I wear when I'm doing light stuff, where I only need like a few tools instead of using pocket. If it's raining out and I'm trying to keep all my tools out of my rain gear, I'll use a lighter, just an apron with just a couple pockets in it and a hammer loop. We also did a video on Diamondback tool belts. You can go back and check that out as well. All right, and the very last thing that I'm going to talk to you about, this thing that annoys people. I get so many questions about this particular item that I had to keep it in the top 5. It's called a Quick Snap by MagnaGrip. It has a magnet on the back side of it. It's got a rubber grommet or rubber piece on the end that you can put onto a Sharpie or your pencil, like so. And then it comes with a little metal plate that has a clip on the back. They can clip to your shirt, your hoodie, your coat, your jacket, whatever, okay? And it magnetically just stays. So I used to use those retractable ones with the line on them. Those break after a week. I've had this thing for 6 months. The worst part is, like, let's say I'm at home on the weekend and I'm doing a project. I'm always doing this. I'm always looking for it, because guess what? This is at work and I don't have one at my shop or my house. So I had to buy a couple for them as well. They're $4 at Home Depot. You can find them in the tool corral right next to the tape measures. That's where I find them. If your Home Depot doesn't have them, I'm not sure what to tell you. I would go online to MagnaGrip and order some quick snaps from them. But I get this question every single day on Instagram. I'm making a beat with this tool. All right, guys. That's my top 5 tools that we're currently using on the job site. That's 5 tools I use almost every day, things I really like, and that I can't really do my job without, at least not very well. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, please. It's very important to us. And hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. Thank you very much. Have a great day.